We got some breaking news, mother. We got a lot of stuff going on, so I'm gonna go over all the biggest news that's gonna affect your NFT portfolio, and I'll give you some upcoming NFTs that I want to mint, and maybe you'll see why pretty soon. Buckle up, strap in. You know I had to get all festive with my Pelican shirt because this is serious business. First, let's talk about the big news. That's the Yawn network, quantum traders. You know the project, basically creating a marketplace where they steal all creator royalties. Well, I guess that's not exactly what they did, but say you do list and sell your DeGod, that typically you pay 10% artist royalties to the team, to the creators. Basically, that's zero. Well, it's not zero. You basically get to choose what percentage you want to give for royalties. It can be 0%, it can be the 10% they're asking, or it can be somewhere in between. And I get it, royalties can be really high. If I sold my DeGod right now, I'm giving about 30 SOL worth of my profits to the team and another 6 SOL to MagicEden as the marketplace. I'm losing about 12% on this trade. I'm not a huge fan of this though, because we do need these teams to have money to continue to keep building. They need a reason to not just take the mint funds and leave. Like, I don't get it. I remember just a month ago, people were saying, let's have all these free mints. Let's make these teams earn all the money that they make in secondary by making sure that they have a high floor price, but now we just don't want to give any royalties to the team. This was a huge deal on Twitter. You can check out tweets from Frank. Every big creator had an opinion, and in my opinion, I don't think this is good for the overall space. We want more people to come in as creators and as buyers. Someone on Twitter called Static Dev actually pulled up the list of basically seeing how much people are giving, how much people are tipping. And out of 525 total people, 352 gave 0 for royalties. Speaking of fees, especially as a marketplace, Solport and Solport Tom just announced that Solport as a marketplace will be taking 0% fees, which does help you save a little bit of money as a trader. In other news, we have Opensea now launching their own Solana launchpad, starting with Zoonies, which we'll talk about in just a sec. We also have Opensea laying off 20% of their employees, while MagicEden, on the other hand, just came out with some big news. The first ME news, which isn't as big, but they're making a Web3 gaming venture capital fund, basically trying to be the biggest players in the Web3 gaming space. The big news though is MagicEden added this tab in their featured collections. Check out the tweet by SolHub, check out the tweet by MagicEden, basically being like, hey, like nothing to see here, but pretty much what's happening is pretty soon MagicEden is going to be listing Ethereum NFTs. I'm a big fan of this because I think MagicEden is a better marketplace than Opensea overall. Why not have the big players from ETH try to use MagicEden instead of Opensea? This is just going to put more eyeballs on what we already do with Solana and make it just one big NFT happy family. But enough of the breaking news. That's what's going on in the space. Let's get right into the video. We're gonna zoom through this first one called Zoonies. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be a launchpad on Opensea, the first for Solana NFTs. This is an 8888 collection. The mint date did just get moved back again, but the mint price is high at 3 SOL. So these weird alien looking things reminds me of alien friends from ETH. I mean, I don't know if I like the art or the project itself, but I know that Opensea is gonna wanna make sure that their first project is successful on their launchpad. So I do think that this has a very good chance of being successful. That being said, this video is never financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. We're all getting killed in the market, so do not take any chances that could hurt you financially. But let's check out some sneak peeks of the art. Basically, they're planning to create Planet Zoon, a metaverse where all Zoonies can hang out and live. Holders are gonna be able to claim apartments in Planet Zoon. These will be released about 2 months after the initial mint, and they're gonna come out with varying degrees of rarity. They're also gonna have a staking token called Potion, which, you know, pretty much metaverse, stake to earn, you get it. Opensea hasn't really made a splash yet with their new announcement bringing Solana NFTs over to their platform, so they're really hoping that this new launchpad really starts doing some numbers. Again, I think this is a big investment from Opensea, so I really do think they're gonna put in some extra time, some extra love in trying to get this project off the ground. Everyone loves a good competition. It's Opensea versus MagicEden. Who do you think is gonna win? Speaking of winning, let's win the let's get this video to 300 likes game by pumping the floor price on that like button. The next project I gotta talk about is a game, because we're talking about MagicEden, their Web3 venture fund for gaming specifically. Let's talk about a game of dragons. A-G-O-D, G-O-T, Game of Thrones, Game of Dragons. I see what you're doing there. Let me just give you a direct quote directly from the team. There will be contests, giveaways, and tremendous fun always present. If you like tremendous fun, boy, do I have a project for you. To play to earn game, you're gonna be able to be rewarded for your time. That said, the main focus, which I'm hoping is every single game's main focus coming to Web3, is making the game as fun as possible. So basically what we've got here is a collection of 300 dragons. There are 20 different species of dragons and a total of 15 dragons per species. I don't know about you guys, but I fucking love dragons. We got Blue Eyes White Dragon, we got Charizard, we got Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. You name a dragon, I'll tell you I love it. I do like the art for this project. It has that cartoon feel to it, which I'm a fan of when it comes to dragon. I feel like sometimes when you try to go too hard and too detailed on dragon, it just loses that love. Let's show some sneak peeks everywhere we can, but the thing about this project, this team, is they didn't just stop at trying to make great art. They tried to make a great game. So it's a collection of 9999, and basically you're gonna have 3 dragons to play, which means at max there can be 3,333 players. In a game of dragons, players can use their dragons to compete against other players, battle against the game environment, partake in community collaborations, earn their in-game currency, a god, and then earn resources to upgrade their character. This game is gonna be cross-platform though, which basically means, say you're playing your Xbox game in your Xbox server, you can't play with your PlayStation friends. With this, you can. Basically, it's a strategy type game, kind of like Pokemon with 5 different classes. I'm not gonna dive into the nitty-gritty details of the strategy I would use. Just do your own research. Unfortunately, it is one of those games that's not gonna be ready on the day of mint. Basically, what they're gonna do to combat that is give you some money, maybe, not financial advice, I don't know if it's money. They're gonna let you stake and earn the token right away until the game is ready. If you don't wanna play the game, you want someone that's good at playing the game to play for you, you can even rent your dragon for a fee. The next project is for all you grandmasters out there. We got Sovereign, the game of chess. Sovereign is playing chess while all these other NFT projects are playing checkers. So I'm not gonna say this is true or untrue. I can just tell you straight from the team, they told me that they spent over $200,000 on the art. The team describes the art as chess-inspired 3D collectibles. Kind of reminds me of the chess pieces from Harry Potter in the first movie when, you know, Ron does his thing. They're minting 10,000 pawns that can be upgraded into sovereigns. There are 5 sovereigns, kings, queens, which there'll be 1250 a piece of, and then bishops, rooks, and knights, which will each have 2,500. But to get a sovereign, you're gonna have to upgrade your pawn using 1,000 SQRE token. And then when you upgrade, it's gonna be just random what you get from it. Staked pawns will give you 10 of these tokens per day, so it will take you about 100 days to unlock a sovereign. Once you do upgrade your pawn to a sovereign though, it's gonna earn between 20 and 35 SQRE tokens per day, much more than your pawn. I do like the fact that this team is linked in level docs. You know we love to see that. Check it out down below in the description if you wanna know more about each member of this team and what their backgrounds are. Typically, I'm not a huge fan of 3D art, but I do like the fact that they went into such detail where basically they have individual Python scripts for each piece, so they keep and retain the shadows and lighting on each piece. Freaking details. And if you're a grandmaster, what do you guys think about this? You down? You playing some Sovereign? All right, let's not bicker. If you stayed this far into the video, I'm gonna give you a sticker. You know what cats we're gonna be talking about? Well, these are the Slicker. We got a collection size of 4K Slicker cats. Mint date July 24th, mint price 2 sold. Only 1.5 for whitelist though. We've got these smart, unique 3D style cats. So what I'm hearing is that the team chose cats because they are intelligent and cunning animals, especially the stray cats. This is a project that's bringing some real utility. It's not just an art project. We actually got some banger utility. This team really wants to do 2 things: create a safe space to build a community in, and then help their community maximize gains via technology in the Web3 space. This is a project that created a tool pre-mint, which means that they mean business. They created an auto mint tool, and I don't want to say too much because the team did me a favor. They made an entire video explaining to you how it works, so check that out right now. So if you're like me and you put on your Sherlock Holmes hat and you take out your detective pipe, you'll notice that they have a few other tools in the works in their dashboard. With what seems to be a wallet manager and a sniping bot, the tools are gonna be exclusive to holders, which means you're gonna have to own one of the NFTs to be a holder or a user of these tools. I actually think I'm a fan of the art. It's kind of weird, kind of different, and you know, it's another cat, but I'm here for it. The art is simple, recognizable, and creative. 3 things that you wanna see from a project if you want it to be, dare I say it, PFP-able. A lot of 3D style art in this video, huh? It's not normally my style. What do you guys think? I am a fan of the fact that this is a team that's already building, already has a tool, lower supply, good mint price, and a fan of everything they're trying to build. But because I'm a sick degenerate and I want to be gambling and betting on these floor prices, do me a favor and can you please tell me in the comment section below what you think the floor price of each of these projects are going to be? Why don't you go one step further and order the projects from best to worst? I'm gonna ask you to do the 3rd thing then. After you like the video, check out that video.